As my grandpa drives along, I'll get a little rest 'cause I'll need it. My cousin Joe will be going along with us. My Aunt Annette is taking the car, which she, Eleanor, and Jacob will be riding in. As I wake up, I see the country has changed, as we're in eastern Oregon. The mountain and trees have been given away to bunch grass and flat prairie. A thunderstorm hangs on the horizon, and we even see a rainbow. My cousin Joe wakes up from his nap and tries to get an argument going. We go through Burns and see our nation's flag flying through the breeze. As our teeny gas motor pushes us southeast, we see the Steens Mountains ahead of us. The Gunsight Pass shows up from down here and will soon be up there. As we approach the Steens Mountains, it is the last light of day. We come around a bend in the road, and there it is, French Glen. When we pass through French Glen, we see the old closed-down store. We turn left on a gravel road right in front of the old historic hotel. The old hotel is still open, and for a steep price you can still eat and sleep there. From here, it will be graveled road for the rest of the way. But it is only 18 miles to Fish Lake. Joe and I are both anxious to get to Fish Lake. We can argue a little to pass the time. Then suddenly I look out the window and there he is. It's a mean little pup coyote chasing grasshoppers. He trots around out there in the bunch grass, paying little attention to us. He has to eat a lot of the grasshoppers so he'll have good energy to howl tonight. Dark is upon us before we reach our campground. But it looks like there's a good moon to put our tent up by.
The next morning at first light, the boys are up and ready to go fishing. We inflate the inflatable raft and take out in the waters of Fish Lake to see if we can catch a fish.
Are you guys ready to go out? You all comfortable?
Hopefully.
Well, I hope you catch bigger ones than I've been catching. Jacob, he's overfishing off the dock.
Come on, Joe. Muscle, muscle.
We will be trolling Ford fenders with a wedding ring behind them and a worm on the wedding ring hook. And that worked, and worked really well for these little planted rainbow trout here in Fish Lake.
No.
Yes.
Well, that looks big enough. Wow.
There, Annette's caught a fish. Eleanor's catching her first fish.
I think I got me one, you guys.
Yeah? Your problem will be getting it off the hook when you get it in. Oh, wow.
This is giant. Oh, it's crossing lines here, you guys. Well, just
Uh-oh.
All right.
Just a second.
No, I got it. That's a fat one?
Oh, it's a nice one.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry, fishes, but we're going to enjoy you.
Oh, wow. That's bigger than any I've caught this morning.
Shoot. Oh, my gosh.
Hey, we got a fish with some...
Holy crap, look at how fat he is.
That's a fatso. Hold him. You don't
Yeah.
Fatso.
You have to hold him up.
We gotta kill him, don't we?
No, we don't have to.
Okay, well,
If he's off the hook.
God bless you, fish. Thank you for the food.
Just drop it.
Oh,
That's not gonna...
no.
That's not gonna
Here, do it.
Okay, here, I'll just drop it here, okay?
You have to hit it.
That's not gonna kill him.
Give it to me. You're just torturing him.
Yes. You got him? I'll help you.
Get him there. Whack him good. There.
Oh.
That
That's gonna get it. There. That's better.
Honey.
That's a good fish.
There.
Okay, now we gotta run
him.
the stick through him.
Well, first you can take his
You gotta
take the hook out.
Well, you know he swallowed the hook.
Oh well, we'll try to
It's
relieve
like a
him of it.
gut-wrenching one.
Oh, go on this side of my line.
I don't know if he's still on or not.
Oh, I think he is.
Heads up, Mara, jump out. Oh yeah, he is.
Oh, he's there. Okay.
Grandma,
Okay.
Heads
Okay. Bring him up.
keep that back.
There.
Oh, is that a keeper?
If
Let's
it's
see how far he's got the hook in his mouth.
Oh, that's a ton.
He's a treble hook.
Are you serious?
Here, Jacob, you wanna?
No, no, I am not going to take a hook out of that bastard fish if you're just gonna throw him right back. You're
Okay,
gonna keep that fish.
okay. We'll take. I don't take hooks out, so you
Well,
do the
then
hook.
you're gonna come over here and
hey, you can't.
Okay, I'll hold your pole. Here.
no, you're gonna have to hold the line. 'cause
Okay,
it's
I'll
all
hold your line.
buttered up here.
Here. Well, take the fish out.
Freaking A! Hold still. Calm down.
Well, he's such a little baby fish.
Well, they're tough. Little baby fish die too.
Is the hook in there deep?
Apathy over empathy.
Is he in deep?
Yes, it's in deep.
Those treble hooks, you can't hardly put them.
Get him out. Those treble hooks, they just eat them right up.
Yeah. Oh, Jacob. Yeah, he's still there.
Oh, you got a fish on.
Ooh.
Oh, look at him.
That's a little one, I think. I can't tell.
He's still there?
I think so. Yep. Uh-oh, he don't want to come in, and he's big. Oh, no, he's little. It looks like... Don't whack it. This is a little one.
Did he eat the hook?
Hey, hey! Yeah.
Look, Annette's got one on. And Eleanor's got one on. Is it still there?
Yours is, I think.
That's-
Yeah.
Yours is coming. There's Annette's.
Oh my gosh, I don't even label. Ah, this one might be a fairly...
Hey, Tom? Yeah? Eleanor's line's out here snagged.
When you can... Oh! Whoa! Is that even legal?
Well, if you can get it off, you can throw him back. This way.
No? Here.
Keep tension off of him. You're not gonna keep him.
Okay.
Because then let out more line.
Oh! You little son of a gun.
Flip the veil would be good.
Okay. You should keep them on. Oh! Get off.
Everyone caught a nice mess of fish here in the waters of Fish Lake. So I'll clean 'em, and then the women'll cook 'em, and we'll have us a great feast here on fish out of Fish Lake. As the weather warmed up, the boys decided they wanted to go swimming. So this is a nice place to swim, here in the warm waters of Fish Lake.
Okay, raise a couple of them up so we can see. Yeah, and what are you going to do with those fillets now, Annette?
We're gonna cook them.
We're gonna cook them up real good.
Yeah. We're gonna saute them, and then we're gonna put the onions and the garlic and the lemon.
Oh, you've got the onions and garlic and artichoke hearts.
Yeah. So we'll cook this.
And then do you coat the fish, or how do you coat?
No, you cook this, then you put it in a plate, and then you cook the fish, and then you put it all together, and then you kind of heat it all together, and then
Oh,
you eat it with rice.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's real good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Margie always carries that.
No, we got caramelized onions. Those are good.
There's never a lemon pepperless moment.
This pan is hot.
Does it need to be what?
Stephen,
Does smell good. Here.
your flagpole is getting in the way.
Oh, no, that's more here. One of the boys. Okay, yeah, I want just one
The
scoop of
tip of your
rice.
flagpole is going to get broken,
There you
Stephen.
go.
Hey.
I just wanted to warn you
Ah, crap, could you pull that out?
because Jacob and Joe are walking around it.
I like your rice.
How's your artichoke garlic fish, Marge?
Oh, this is good.
Real good?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't
How's yours, Eleanor?
Very good. I would let
Where's the
Annette
forks?
do my sag wagon anytime.
Where's the fork?
And you put it over rice.
After we have a excellent fish feed, we decide to go to the summit of the Deans Mountains, a 9,700 foot level, and check out some of the wildflowers and the scenery. And we've brought our backpacks along. While we're up there, we're going to hike down and spend the night at Wild Horse Lake. The Deans Mountain thistles are in bloom with the bees in them, and also the lupin is in bloom up here at about 9,000 feet. A clump of asters is gently waving in the mountain breezes as we look over the canyon wall into Little Blitzen Canyon. An old hawk rides a thermal across the summit of the Deans Mountains. They seem to love that summit up there. They must get good updrafts to fly by. There's still some glaciers lingering on the summit of Blitzen Canyon as we climb higher and higher up to the summit of the Deans Mountains. There's a little creek running out of Little Indian Canyon here. These canyons here are different than most mountain canyons. These are carved by glaciers, so they're a classic example of a U-shaped canyon. It's a small but an okay road that winds its way up to the 9,700 foot level of the Deans Mountains. Another old hawk soars around some puffy white clouds near the summit of Deans Mountains. We reach the summit, and here's where the road ends and the hike begins. The boys are totally fascinated with the view from the summit of the Deans as they stand and look down upon the Alvert Desert. Some little canyons start here with a number of little springs in them and then drop straight off to the Alvert Desert on the east slope of the Deans Mountains. We will now strap on our backpacks and start our descent down the mountain to Wild Horse Lake. The sun is setting low in the sky, but that will be perfect. We'll still have time to get there before dark.
I'm sagging.
Not yet, because we
I'm
got
sagging big time.
right in the middle.
All right. Every so often. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Like toothpaste. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. There's dried fruit in it too.
For those who haven't been here, they gasp at awe at the beautiful sight of Wild Horse Lake down below us. With a few puffy clouds hanging over, we start down the cliffs to Wild Horse Lake. Past a little group of cliff pantomimes, and then we're into the cliffs themselves. As we side hill around here on sort of a dim, faint trail, we can see Wild Horse Lake unfold below us. And when we start over the side, this is where many glaciers lay in the winter. and there's all sorts of wild flowers all the way down. The Steens Mountain bull thistles line the trail occasionally on the way down. They're unique only to the Steens Mountains. In the stream down below, we see it's yellow with monkey flowers, and Wild Horse Lake is getting a little bigger and a little bigger the further we go down and the closer we get to it.
Through fields of flowers with only bees buzzing through them as we wander down toward the lake.
Marge and I are lingering behind the rest. We're back taking pictures. When we get down to the lake, we see the boys are already down there, and they already have a
Lift him
fish
up.
caught.
What's his cutthroat?
Everybody looks at it.
They hit them hard and they don't swallow them.
Really nice,
Oh.
hot and cutthroat trout.
What'd you catch him on?
Alligator.
An alligator.
Oh, he's nice.
Snagged him.
We have only time to set our tent up before dark. The next morning, before it's even fully light out, I'm up trying to get everybody else up, and we're going to go down and test the water and see if it'll produce one of those nice big Lahontan cutthroat. We spread out along the shore of the lake. We're going to be fishing with grasshopper flies and some spinners here this morning in the clear waters of Wild Horse Lake. A little sparrow sits on a little branch giving us a little serenade, and we're spread out around the lake, and everyone is fishing before the sun ever hits the lake. And it looks like the fish are biting. I see Annette has one on here, and Marge has already caught one. Eleanor's still looking for her first one. Here is a fish right around a patch of flowers. The golden asters and the penstemons line the lake shore, where the melting glaciers have given them plenty of moisture to grow really good. And even the death camas shows up with its little spike of flowers right in the center of the rest of the flowers to add even more color. Another Steens Mountain thistle is being pollinized by a bee right on the shore of the lake as we're fishing around at various points in the lake. There are flowers and seed pods of most all colors here right on the shore of this lake, and it looks as though Jacob has the honor of catching another one of these special Lahontan cutthroat. Joe is unhooking his from his hook. He just caught a nice Lahontan cutthroat.
Shut up, Joe.
Where is he?
He's right there.
Nice one.
Especially for a retard.
Got off.
Oh, that's sad. Ew.
Just drag it across the ground. Use it like a lure. It works. Use your grasshopper like a lure. It works. Fish that way.
By now, the fish are biting very well, and everyone is catching some. So in just a little bit, we're going to have all the fish we want to take from this very, very beautiful, special place. And these are real special fish. so we won't take a whole lot of them out of here. I sat down and cleaned the ones that we're going to pack up out of here, and boy, are we going to have a fish feed when we get out of here. These fish come out of this ice-cold water, fed by glaciers all around, and so everyone has caught a few, and now it's time to pack our fish up and pack our gear and our camp, and we'll be backpacking back up out of here over the cliffs. It won't be quite as easy as it was coming in, but it'll just take a little bit longer.
Nobody heard that, did they?
Yeah, we.
No, I didn't hear it.
What?
If you get up to the car before Grandpa, put your stuff down and come back and help Grandpa with his pack.
Because I got all those fish in it.
He's got your fish in it.
Me and Joe will get there first, right?
Well, then dump your stuff up there and come back and help Grandpa because he's carrying your fish.
Steven, you want to go now?
Okay. So, Joseph,
What?
how are you feeling after that bout of dehydration?
It wasn't from being dehydrated.
What'd you puke from then?
I drank a couple handfuls of the water from the stream.
Well, that wouldn't make you puke.
it wouldn't take effect that
It had like oil stuff on top of it.
Oh,
Didn't you
what
see
the
that?
heck were you doing drinking it?
I thought I didn't have a water bottle.
dipped his head in the creek and started drinking out of it.
Oh my gosh. Joe,
You're going to shit your guts out.
Maybe he's better he got sick now than get something really nasty later.
well, I guess so.
I don't wish you got what I got, boy.
You'd be better off if you just would have not drank out of the creek at
It
all.
wasn't the creek, it was that little stream.
Well, whatever you drank out of.
Maybe he drank a fish.
Maybe you drank one of those big giant leeches. Did you see that leech that Eleanor and I caught? He's about this long.
That was a leech.
Yes.
Oh, Steven saw a snake when we were walking over there and he started squealing
We could hear
like a little pig.
Sounded like a little girl.
Little
Like
girl
squealing
makes
like a
with
little
pig.
girl.
Yeah.
So, Eleanor, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Very good.
Good.
I'm about to see what I'm made of.
Here, I'll put a little water in my water jug.
Joe, do you got water?
Yeah?
Okay, let's get your pack on.
Let's see, you want a little this and that?
Yeah.
Eleanor, have you got water?
You know, is there enough for me to take a little more?
Yeah, because I'm going to...
On our way out, we went through lots of Indian paintbrush. There were 2 different shades of it. All the way up, we saw flower after flower like an artist has painted the scene. This is certainly a pristine flower bed, tucked in the Esteems Mountains. There were asters and daisies and many other flowers. Some more Indian paintbrush waved in the mountain breeze. The same breeze waved ahead of some poison hemlock. Some high mountain lupin are also blooming. We find the poison hemlock scattered throughout the area. Melting glaciers furnish plenty of water for all these mountain flowers. The yellow daisy has also sent up a blossom. Phlox, tiny propeller of flowers, stand out in the gravel bed. The streams of the melted glacier water has colorful flowers running all along it. The white mountain avon is in bloom. The false lily of the valley is sticking its head up in the meadows. The cinquefoil decorates an entire shrub. The arrowleaf balsa root is growing in its own little flower bed beneath the melting glaciers. Above the distant mountain, we see a black cloud and the rumble of thunder.
Every little flower has its own little spot where it grows, and I think the flowers are anxiously awaiting the rain that's coming because we can hear the rumble of thunder in the far distance.
We were all laboring hard under heavy pack. This is a small price to pay to go to such a beautiful area. The lake appears smaller and smaller as we go higher and higher up the Steens Mountains. At least it's clouded over and there's a cool breeze blowing. My grandma took hundreds of pictures on her digital camera of the wildflowers and scenery. This is the nicest, unspoiled wilderness that I've ever seen. A stream flows by, furnishing plenty of moisture for the wildflowers on its bank. My grandma rests for a moment on her way out of the canyon. I heard some rumbling at the top and I saw big rocks rolling down, and I warned the others behind me, and it nearly hit my grandpa. After a long hike from Wild Horse Lake, we came home and had us a big meal of fish and beans. My grandma's cooking the fish. I hope she doesn't burn them.
Does that look done?
Is there any more beans?
I don't know. You'll have to look.
I'm as hungry as anybody could ever be. It looks like I'm not the only one hungry. My brother seems to be laying away quite a big supply of food. After supper, my grandpa went out to look at wildflowers around the campground. And one of his favorites are the ranger buttons. There's quite a nice display of them around Fish Lake. We even saw some of the sticky geraniums.
Yes, he did.
You bent the little wires.
Okay, are you ready?
I gotta get in.
Well, we gotta get this.
We're packing up and getting ready to go down to
Can
the
you find a
desert.
nice place to put this so it doesn't get rolled up?
My cousin and I will ride in the back seat of my grandpa's car. Just a little, foolishness.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's been going for
Joseph,
almost 10 minutes.
how's your sunburn, Joe? How's your sunburn?
So bad that it makes me want to shut you up.
Wow, that was a good burn.
You need to shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
We see many places where people have carved things in the bark of the quaking aspen tree. A northern harrier hawk sits on a juniper limb. My cousin Stephen takes the opportunity to sleep a little bit. We see a baby deer standing motionless in the trees. He is soon joined by another. Then suddenly here comes the mother and takes him into the timber. Their mother checks it out and shows them what a person looks like. She stomps her foot in disgust and takes off into the trees. These are sure nice little fawns, and they're growing rapidly. Their mother's teaching them how to be sneaky. She took off and the fawns followed. We head south towards the Alvord Desert. An old cow crosses the road. As we head south, we see an old Indian cave. It's overlooking a valley and next to a spring. What a nice place for these Stone Age men to live. A group of geese are eating in the Catlow Valley. A large buck antelope is wandering alongside the road. He seems in no hurry. I guess he knows antelope season isn't open. Some more cattle stare at us as we go by. Then finally we see the vast wasteland of the Alvord Desert appear in front of us.
We set up camp, took the land sailor down, and set it up, and were ready to try it out and see what it'll do out here across this vast playa area of the Alvert Desert. We had enough wind to skim along the surface of the Alvert Desert at about 40 miles an hour. I showed the boys how to run this machine, and so they're going to take over and do the sailing next. There are a few dust devils twisting their way skyward. I told the boys to steer clear of them and stay out of them, but wouldn't you know it, they had to try it, but fortunately they got by without any bad consequences from them. This dust devil seems to stretch clear up to a cloud above as it twists its way across the Alvert Desert, picking up dust.